Hey everybody, I'm John, and in today's video we're going to talk through the 5 most common questions I get from friends, co-workers, and peers online who are traveling to Tokyo. Now, as a quick disclaimer before we go into the video, these are all based on my personal experience. Obviously, what I'm going to recommend are based on solutions that I found have worked for me. They don't necessarily work for everybody, so make sure you also do that continued research before you plan your next trip. Without further ado, let's dive into the first question. When traveling into Japan, do I need a Wi-Fi or SIM card? During my first few trips to Japan, I actually did go with a Wi-Fi device carrier, and it was incredibly efficient. They would send it straight to the hotel on arrival. So really the only gap in not having service was between the airport and getting to that first hotel. But what I've found has worked best for me is actually working with your direct carrier for an international plan. If you have one of these types of plans activated on your phone, as soon as you land, your phone's going to switch over to that local partner. So you don't have to worry about coverage the entire time you're in the city. Second question, should I buy the JR Rail Pass? As you probably know, trains are the most efficient way of getting around the city in Tokyo. I know some people will say, oh, well, I'm used to taking Ubers and stuff like that. Ubers can be pretty pricey. They're pretty limited as well. I would recommend actually just setting up Suica or a similar card service on your phone if you can. So actually with Apple devices, you can set up a Suica card directly on your wallet right now. And what that will do is it will function as an IC card not only for the train systems to get you around, but also you can use that for other payments, including at convenience stores. Suica has been my preferred card go-to. I know there are other options out there as well, but it's incredibly efficient just to set it up on your phone so you can just tap it and go, versus having to pick up another pass or coordinate with another service. And if I need additional money added to it, I can just do that on my phone. Question 3, how do I get from the airport to the Tokyo area? Now, both airports are incredibly efficient when it comes to getting around. There's also train systems that are directly connected to the airports that if you would like to take the train as soon as you get off that flight, you can do so. But I'll say based on my personal experience, after taking an 11-hour flight, the last thing I want to do is have to navigate train systems. So typically what I go with is the airport limousine bus service. And these have ticket counters that are available at both Narita Airport and Haneda Airport. The great thing about the airport limousine buses is they will take you directly to city center areas as well as hotel partners all across the Tokyo region. So for example, if I'm flying into Narita and I want to take the airport limousine bus to the Tokyo Disneyland Resort area, they do have several drop-off locations right there at the partner hotels. So you can hop in a bus, they'll drop you straight at your hotel. You don't have to worry about anything else. Highly, highly, highly recommend it, not only due to cost, but also just for comfort, especially as a foreign traveler coming into Japan. Question number 4, how do I get theme park tickets? There's actually a great website that I was turned on to from my friend TDR Explorer, which if you don't know them, you need to start watching their content. They do some of the best coverage of resorts all across Japan. So they actually recommended a ticket service that I started using regularly when I travel overseas, and that is Klook.com. This website is fantastic when it comes to booking theme park tickets for Tokyo Disney Resort. You can purchase your Sanrio Pure Land tickets from there as well. And there's lots of other experiences you can book as well, from mini tours to experiences. Highly recommend checking out their website and seeing if there's something that you would like to do on your trip that you can pre-book ahead of time. They'll take care of it for you and send you those passes. It's super easy. Highly, highly, highly recommend checking that out. Question number 5, will I need to read or speak Japanese? This is actually probably the most common question I get when friends are traveling overseas, like how difficult is it going to be to get around when it comes to speaking, going into locations, all that type of stuff. And I know for me personally, being able to communicate effectively is one of the biggest reasons why I started learning Japanese, and it's been several years of study. I'm nowhere near fluent, but it has helped me get around much easier. That said, if you don't want to or don't have the time to really do some like quick studies of basic phrases or interactions, what you can do is use the Google Translate app. The Google Translate app has been a huge lifesaver for me anytime I've traveled anywhere internationally, but especially in Japan when it comes to quick translations. You can use the phone to capture in real-time photos of, let's say, a menu. that then you can translate. Let's say if you want to say something specific, you could type in your local language, what exactly your request is. They'll translate to Japanese and you can give that to the person that you are with. It's a very efficient way to get that more nuanced conversation across. I don't say the greater Tokyo region is very easy to navigate as a native English speaker. When it comes to menus, oftentimes they'll have secondary menus available. When it comes to navigating around businesses or shops, oftentimes things will be written in English as well. So know that it's likely not going to be as difficult as you might anticipate as a first-time traveler into the city. But for any of those challenging situations, highly recommend the Google Translate app. If you're curious and have any other questions when it comes to your first-time travels into Japan, feel free to post those in the comments below, and perhaps we'll have a second video going through some of my quick recommendations for people heading out there. And definitely check out my friend who I recommended earlier, TDR Explorer. They have an incredible website with resources available to first-time travelers, great links, additional recommendations, as well as full-on guides you can purchase to make your experience at the resorts the best they can be. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. I hope you have a great today and an even better tomorrow. I'll see you in the next video.